Welcome back, everybody. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I like to post all sorts of homemade recipes weekly, so if you consider subscribing, be sure to click that bell notification to get all of my latest videos. Okay, so today I am doing another soft, pillowy, chewy cinnamon rolls recipe. This time last year I posted a recipe, but what I did differently is I weighed the ingredients today to give you a more accurate recipe. So I hope this helps. Here's how I do it.
To get started, I'm going to be using 4½ cups of flour. Here I'm using bread flour. You could opt to use all-purpose flour. And I will have the weighted measurements in the description below this video. I'm also going to be using 1/3 cup of dry milk powder, 12 ounces or a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2½ teaspoons of fast rising yeast. I'll also be using 1 large room temperature egg, 1 cup of sugar. Mine looks tan colored because it's a natural sugarcane sugar, but you could use the regular white sugar. And I will also be using 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm using grapeseed oil. You could use the oil of your choice. First, I'm going to activate the dry yeast. Now this is fast rising dry yeast, so essentially you could just add it to the dry flour mix, but I want to make sure that it will activate first. So here I have warmed my evaporated milk. You'll want to warm it to around 110 degrees Fahrenheit. I've added 2 teaspoons of sugar, dissolved it in the milk, and now I'm going to add my yeast. And now I'm going to let it set for around 10 minutes. And then you'll notice if it does activate, it'll get foamy like this. And now you have your activated yeast that will go into your dry ingredients. So now I'm going to put my dough together, and I'm going to speed things up a bit. Okay, so at this point, I am going to continue combining my dough. And this is a sticky dough, so I don't want to work it or knead it at this point with my hands. As you can see, it did stick, but I'm going to let it set covered for about 15 minutes just to give it a chance to combine and for the liquids to absorb into the flour, so it makes the kneading process less messy. So after around 15 minutes of set time, I'm going to start kneading, and I'm going to put it out on a floured work surface, and I'm just going to sprinkle my board lightly with flour. But I gotta tell you, I actually had to go ahead and just remove my board and towel, and I worked it on the counter. That actually is a lot more convenient to start kneading your dough. And I'm going to knead this dough by hand for around 15 minutes if you are using a stand mixer, because that is very convenient. But I do understand that not everyone owns a stand mixer, which is why I like to do it by hand. But if you would like to use your stand mixer, about 10 minutes on a medium setting. Basically what you're looking for is a stretchy dough that can pass the window pane test. You should be able to stretch your dough thin enough to see the shadows of your finger through the dough without the dough breaking. So with clean hands, I'm going to knead. Now that my dough can stretch into a thin layer without ripping or tearing, I'm going to oil my bowl, and I am going to place my kneaded dough right into the bowl, and I'm going to cover it and allow it to proof or set in a warm, non-drafty spot. Typically my oven is the best place in my kitchen. I'm going to let it set for about an hour or until it doubles in size. In the meantime, I'm going to work on the filling or the sugar filling to my cinnamon rolls. Here I have 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon that I'm going to add to 1 1/4 cups of light brown sugar, and I'm just going to give that a mix. Now typically I do like to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt to this mixture, but I am going to be using sea salted butter to spread on the dough, so I opted not to use it. Okay, so at this point my dough is ready, so I'm going to lightly flour my work surface. You definitely can use flour to make the dough manageable and workable, but just be mindful not to overuse the flour as it can change the end result as far as texture. So I am going to put my dough right onto my work surface and start rolling this out. I'm going to try to roll it out to about 15 by 11 in shape. That should be a good work surface to work with this dough to be able to fill it and roll it up. And once I roll it out, I'm going to spread 1 stick of sea salted butter. If you're using unsalted butter, just add 1/4 teaspoon to your sugar filling, and that should do the trick to balance the flavor. And after I spread the butter, I'm going to sprinkle all of my brown sugar and roll this up and use dental floss to try my best to evenly cut these into 12 rolls. At this point, the cinnamon rolls should have doubled in size, so now I'm going to bake them in a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to make the cream cheese icing. Here I have 3 cups of confectioner sugar. To that, I'll add 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. I'm also going to add around a teaspoon of vanilla extract and around 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk. I'm just going to give it a good mix, combine well until it is smooth and creamy. Once my cinnamon rolls are done, I'm going to remove them from the oven, let them set for about 10 minutes. Then, while they are still warm, I'm going to pour all of this cream cheese icing on top. And actually, what I did fail to do was to remove it from the pan first, so I will do that because it makes it easier to pull apart when you're ready to eat them. Once you're done spreading the icing, now you'll want to let them set for about 15 minutes before serving. And that is if you can wait, because this little guy is ready for his cinnamon roll. So once you're ready to try your first cinnamon roll, be prepared for a soft, ooey gooey, delicious cinnamon roll. And the cream cheese icing is so delicious, and if you let it set, it sort of has a crackly texture, and then it's soft when you break into it. It's so delicious.
Okay, so that's how I make my delicious cinnamon rolls, and I hope the weighted measurements and ingredients gives you guys a more accurate recipe to have success in your home when you decide to make your homemade cinnamon rolls. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching. Bye.